Learning that you or a loved one has a food allergy can be scary and overwhelming. But you are not alone on this journey. Did you know that 32 million Americans have food allergies? FAIR, Food Allergy Research and Education, is with you every step of the way. Our website has resources to help you manage your food allergies and live your best life. And we have programs that connect you with others. FAIR is proud to be a part of a caring food allergy community. Today, we're here to help you make sense of food allergies. So let's get started. First, what is a food allergy? Food allergy happens when your body's immune defenses that normally fight disease attack a food protein instead. The protein your body attacks is called an allergen, and the attack causes an allergic reaction. A person with a food allergy makes too much of a protein called IgE that can recognize the problem food. When the IgE and the food come into contact, chemicals such as histamine are released and cause symptoms. People can be allergic to any food, but 9 foods cause most food allergy reactions in the US. And those reactions are unpredictable. Exposure to a food you are allergic to can cause mild to severe life-threatening allergic reactions. Symptoms of a reaction can occur a few minutes to a few hours after eating your problem food. Symptoms can even come back hours after treatment. Common symptoms of a mild allergic reaction include hives, itching around the mouth or throat, and digestive problems. For symptoms like these, you may only need to take an antihistamine. But remember, an antihistamine is not a replacement for epinephrine and cannot control a severe reaction. Some people may have a more severe reaction called anaphylaxis, which can include problems with breathing and swallowing, vomiting and diarrhea, coughing, swelling, and loss of consciousness. If you are experiencing 2 mild symptoms at the same time, it is also considered a severe reaction. To treat anaphylaxis, administer a shot of epinephrine immediately and then call 911. It's important to be prepared with epinephrine and an emergency plan in case you have an allergic reaction. Epinephrine is a safe, easy-to-use injectable medicine that can stop the symptoms of a severe allergic reaction. Your healthcare provider will give you a prescription and can teach you how to use it. Always carry 2 epinephrine devices with you in case one doesn't completely relieve your symptoms and you need more than 1 dose of medicine. A food allergy and anaphylaxis emergency care plan is your how-to guide for recognizing and treating reactions that your healthcare provider can help you fill out. Once you have your plan, share a copy with your school, caregivers, and family so they can help if you have a reaction. You can find a downloadable emergency care plan on the FAIR website in English and Spanish. Even the smallest amount of a food allergen can cause a severe reaction. To prevent reactions, you'll need to carefully avoid the food. So how can you know what you're eating is safe? Reading food labels and knowing how to avoid contact between foods will help. Read every food label every time. Ingredients can change, so no exceptions. All prepackaged foods sold in the US are required by law to list the 8 major food allergens on their packaging. This can show up in 2 ways. The allergen can be listed in parentheses after the ingredient, or it can be included at the end of the ingredient list. Often, this contains statement is bolded. Some labels name food allergens that might be present. This precautionary allergen labeling isn't required by law and is not consistent across packaging. FAIR recommends avoiding products that have precautionary allergen labeling for your problem foods to avoid accidental exposure. And remember, labels are not required for other food allergens, including sesame and molluscan shellfish like clams or oysters. And some may be labeled as natural flavors or spices. If you ever question a food contains your allergen, don't eat it. Another thing to look out for is cross-contact, which is when one food comes in contact with another food, and as a result, each contains tiny amounts of the other food that are often too small to see. To avoid cross-contact, never eat food that has come in contact with your problem food. Wash utensils and surfaces well with soap and water before they touch your food. Wash your hands well with soap and water before preparing your food. In a pinch, use commercial wipes to clean hands and surfaces. Sanitizing gels and plain water don't remove food allergens. We know this is a lot to think about all at once. The top 3 things to remember are 1. Always carry 2 epinephrine auto-injectors with you, and learn how and when to use this life-saving medicine. 2. Not all reactions are the same, and your next reaction can be much more severe than your last. Even if you've never had a serious reaction before, your next reaction can be life-threatening. And 3. Any amount of a problem food can cause a serious reaction. The only way to prevent a serious reaction is to avoid the food entirely. FAIR's website, foodallergy.org, is a great resource for you and your family. You can do this, and FAIR is here to help.